So you have some men that we got the ones that paint their nose and toes, toes and fingers, the clear nail polish men, right? And then you have the ones that are against it. You have the spa, the guy that wants to be in the spa, and then you have the guy that prefers you just rubbing his feet at home, right? So I think it's important that you pay close attention to what your man needs. Some men just want reassurance. Like, remind him he's the man. Remind him he's the provider. Like, you stroke his ego, and that's enough. And that he's like, take my car, babe. Go do, right? And then you have some men, unfortunately, you mentioned the term soft boy era. Very soft and boyish vibes, in my opinion. But if you end up with a boy like that, in my opinion, you should cater to that boy's needs. And that boy doesn't need a woman to cook dinner or make sure his clothes are laid out for work because he works 2 jobs to provide for you. You don't need a man, right? That's not a man that's going to, am I taking jabs? No? I'm not
a little bit.
A little bit?
He said start.
But some boys,
I'll paint your nails, but you don't got to
right? Right, because if I have the boy that's painting his nails, you need to be able to hire the plumber, right? But most of the boys that do the painting, they can't offer any type of assistance, right? And they're not getting their nails chipped up and dirty. Think about it, like they're not changing your tires. So you have to know your boy or your man and how to cater to his every need. And if you are dealing with a boy, most likely you're gonna have to step up and be the masculine one and the provider.
Hey everybody, welcome to Milfshake, where mom life meets realness. I'm the hostess with the mostest with these beautiful hostess here. I'm Cori. I have Des here.
Hola.
Tiffany here.
Hey.
And we have Queen.
Hello.
I don't know if you guys miss Queen, right? We miss you.
Oh, please stop.
Come back and join us. Come back and talk shit with us. Oh my God.
Always.
Here's some profanity. So, do you guys happen to have a burning question? Are you going through something? Are you curious about something in your life and you want an unbiased opinion because we don't know who you are? Then make sure you call or text the number on the screen. It is none of us. It's not our number. We're not going to be responding to you. Our producers will receive it and they'll forward it to us. Make sure you include as much detail as possible so we can give you the best advice. So now on today's segment of The Spill, the question is, what do you do? How do you treat your man? You know, women are so easy to talk about what we want, how we want to feel, what we need, what that man better be doing. But what do you do to treat your man or the man in your life or your imaginary man?
That's imaginary man.
For practice.
Crazy.
For practice, you got to rehearse, right?
Yes. What do you do, Queen?
What do I do? I think every man is different, right? So you have some men that we got the ones that paint their nose and toes, toes and fingers, the clear nail polish men, right? And then you have the ones that are against it. You have the spa, the guy that wants to be in the spa, and then you have the guy that prefers you just rubbing his feet at home, right? So I think it's important that you pay close attention to what your man needs. Some men just want reassurance. Like, remind him he's the man. Remind him he's the provider. Like, you stroke his ego, and that's enough. And that he's like, take my car, babe. Go do, right? And then you have some men, unfortunately, you mentioned the term soft boy era. Very soft and boyish vibes, in my opinion. But if you end up with a boy like that, in my opinion, you should cater to that boy's needs. And that boy doesn't need a woman to cook dinner or make sure his clothes are laid out for work because he works 2 jobs to provide for you. You don't need a man, right? That's not a man that's going to, am I taking jabs? No? I'm not
a little bit.
A little bit?
He said start.
But some boys,
I'll paint your nails, but you don't got to.
Right? Right, because if I have the boy that's painting his nails, you need to be able to hire the plumber, right? But most of the boys that do the painting, they can't offer any type of assistance, right? And they're not getting their nails chipped up and dirty. Think about it, like they're not changing your tires. So you have to know your boy or your man and how to cater to his every need. And if you are dealing with a boy, most likely you're gonna have to step up and be the masculine one and the provider. I'm just saying.
What about you, Des?
I had them both.
Okay, how do I treat my man? I agree. Men are different. it's important for me to learn, you know, the men that I'm talking to, or like when I really take seriously, because I don't really take other people seriously. So the one guy I do take seriously. I just want to, you know, get to learn what he likes and what he needs, and then I can go from there. So currently, peace. Peace is heavy. You know, I don't have a boy, you know, so he's getting his hands dirty a lot.
Okay.
Like 6 o'clock in the morning to like a good 8 o'clock at night. So just peace, you know, quiet, remembering, listening, showing up for conversation. And he's teaching me ways that he likes stuff too. So it's like more patience, more, you know, pouring into just laughter, genuine stuff that he doesn't get, being that open space that he can't have around like other people and understanding him. So it's not so materialistic, honestly, because even when it's like, I'll buy this for you, I'll do this for you, I'm like, no, like, I got it. But like the things that are kind of like priceless. Yeah.
I love that she labeled him Peace.
Yes. Come on, Peace.
That's, right, Mr. Peace. Okay.
Mr.
I mean, you know, a little massage will help, you know what I mean? Deep tissue massage.
Fingers.
I don't mind doing that, but you have to be deserving for that. But anyway, but if I were, my man would be treated very well. Massages. I don't do the feet though. I don't do nothing on the ankles. Don't do that. That's a little creepy for me. So I'll send you to the salon to get your, you know, feet and stuff done, massaged by them. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do that. I'll cook, of course. I feel that's important to, you know, have a meal. Even if it's not all the time, because I don't cook all the time, but when I do, I'm going to put all my love into it. So, I mean, simple things like you said, listening to the needs, because if he's listening to your needs, you equally have to do the same. So I think that has to be a balance. But sometimes men can be very, and it's not a bad thing, men can be very simple.
Yeah.
And simple is a positive word too, because it depends on what the simplicity is and what means so much to them. So I think if you pour into that specifically and hear deeply of what they're asking for and what they need, and you're willing to give that, cool.
That.
You know,
I love hearing
so
deeply.
yeah, just hear deeply. You know, something cook for you, make you have that, you know, nice itis time. You know, go to bed. You know, give you a massage. But
If you
yeah,
get your feet done, she's gonna hire Ling Ling. Okay,
yeah,
remember.
that's what I do.
But Tiff, before you answer, can you maintain that?
Yeah.
Because I think what a lot of us women fail at doing, and men too, we start off one way, and it's like, oh, I'm sending you to get your feet on. I'm going to send you to the spot because we're trying to impress them or reciprocate what they're doing.
Right.
But are you going to continue? Because someone like me, I end up pregnant and I'm an at-home mom. Oh, you shaking? You got something for us. But you know, we end up at-home mom, and if that's what they're familiar with and that's the routine, the moment you slack, they're like, oh, because they're gonna equate your love and affection, like everything that you've been doing from the start. They want that to continue.
Of course.
So when we set that bar so high and it's not consistent and it fades, then it's like,
I feel like. Look, go ahead.
I feel like for me, and I feel that's a very good point because people do that, but I think it's both sides. Because men can do the same thing to try to put this whole, you know, face on, and it changes too. So I value the balance. If I'm a mirror.
Right.
So if I see what you're doing for me, I'm gonna make sure I do something that's equally. It might not be all the way to the top peak yet because you still gotta grow.
Right.
But it's always gonna be growing with more and more and more. So yes, maintaining is very important.
Right, so I want to comment and then I want to hear your answer. So for that part, I do feel like it's a two-way street. You know, like I'm gonna be floating as long as you keep the motion in the ocean. Okay, so it's like back and forth. You gonna keep me feeling like how I gotta feel, I'm gonna keep you feeling how you gotta feel. And like the more we do that, it's always gonna be like a maintaining thing. It's like a reminder. He did this, he does that, he makes me feel this way, I'm gonna XYZ the next day. What I'm doing now currently is I flirt with this man every day. It's been a long time. Like a long time. Like, but it's like if you focus on one day, you're looking like, dang, we've been doing this for how long?
Right.
You know? So I feel like that, you know, yeah, that's true. Okay, babes. Yes.
Okay. No, but
for real, because she was shaking the whole time.
I was feeling
Let me out this cage.
Like y'all dropped so many bars. Definitely agree with everything you said, and I like how everything was like in a different element. Where I am right now, I feel like everything is about creating environments. Like create those environments intentionally. They don't have to be perfect, and everybody's not going to belong in that environment, but create that environment where you want to feel a certain way. Create that environment. You want to be treated a certain way. You want to communicate in a certain way. You want your communication to be healthy. Create that environment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we want certain things. We want to feel certain ways, and we don't put in the work to make it real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I asked on the socials what people were having trouble with dating, what was frustrating them and upsetting them the most. And commonly, a lot of people said communication. And commonly, a lot of guys said women only want them for their money. I think majority, I'm not gonna say all, I'm gonna say majority of women, despite race, want to be treated a certain way. That's just the girl in us. You know what I'm saying? Since we was little, we was playing with dolls, trying to be somebody's mother, trying to play house, trying to be in the kitchen. We were already taught and trained without even realizing it, that these are our roles. So now when we try to live in them, I'm not saying use people, but when we do try to live in our femininity, we say, oh, could you do this for me?
So that's what I feel like it is.
Yeah.
When it comes to complaining about, and I'm going to be a little devil's advocate, because if men are complaining about women, you know, always wanting money, why are you always flaunting? That's all you have. Sometimes all a man has is money. You don't got no personality. You're not funny. You know, like you have nothing to
And that goes on to what she said about starting away. Right?
And maintaining
I done
that.
had some brothers lead with the dollar, the almighty dollar. And I was like, oh, I like it. I'll do it. What do you want? What you want to do? Where you go? Where you got money for me? Oh, gifts? Oh, yeah, I love it. Give me more.
Right.
The minute you start dialing that shit back, the minute I start dialing myself back.
Right.
Because that's what you used to excite me and to lure me in, and I liked it. So if you're not going to continue on with that, don't start with that.
And to your point of making the environment, you made the environment feel easy to be in my feminine energy. You're providing, you're paying the bills. When we go out to dinner, you pay for everything. If we had a late night creep in the hotel, I didn't have to worry about it because you paid that. You know, you put gas in the tank. And then after a while, it starts to fall off. It's not even that I was here for the money. It was just the environment you created. I got comfortable in it, and you kind of pulled the rug from underneath me, and it's no longer there. It's like, are we starting over? Then you start to question the relationship. Like, are we still connected? Are you still in love? Because your financial situation hasn't changed. You're still making the same money.
And if you don't want that environment, fellas, don't create it.
Right.
Don't
Absolutely.
lead with the money. Don't be online flashing the cars and you are leaving out the Gucci store and you out here showing. It's people out here now who will post their bank statements.
Right.
Or like show a check that they got.
Yep.
You're putting that out.
Right.
And you're going to be surprised if somebody going to try you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lead with how you want that environment to be. If you want a woman to want to get to know you for who you are, lead with that. Lead with meaningful conversation. Lead with, hey, these are my love languages. What's yours? Hey, here's a tough scenario. How would you handle that? Like, create it.
Right.
And I'm guilty myself of not creating environments for myself, but I'm just now coming to this realization. Like, why don't you feel comfortable to open up to me and tell me when you feel sad about something? Because you never made me feel safe
enough
to do so. Every time I tried to share with you how I was hurt or disappointed about something, you told me I was wrong for feeling that way. Or you told me my feelings weren't valid. Why on earth would I come back to you again for you to shut me down?
Right.
Tell you how to feel.
Hello.
That part.
It's like, I'm robbing Cori. How does feel?
I don't know.
Exactly. Those not your feelings. You might not like that.
Not like that. Okay. Boom. And now I realize I never answered the question, guys. The question was, how do I treat?
You must explain how you feel.
How does she treat? She avoid the man by any means necessary.
I also agree that good treatment is not necessarily financial. It's not always gifts. It's not about grand gestures. I personally, I'm a good listener. Because men love to talk about themselves and they don't care.
Yeah, talk about it.
They just want you to sit and listen to them talk about themselves all day long. So I just listen to them. I'm treating you.
Right.
Because I know that makes you feel good, right? And listening means I'm paying attention to how you feel. I'm paying attention to, how you may want to feel. I will also say this. Another way I will treat my man, my partner, my man, if that's what we doing, if you ain't got it, I got you. I'm going to say that. Okay. Don't not have it too many goddamn times. Cause all right now, goddamn.
Well, not for nothing. If I'm really into a guy and I'm in the store and I see something like I notice he loves sweatsuits, I'll see a sweatsuit like, oh, he would love this. Let me get it.
That's
natural, and so it's listening. But I've been with men where they would rather you not pay the bill. It's embarrassing to them. They feel the shame. Like, don't you ever pull out your pocketbook and in front of all of these people to see, like, as if I don't have it. Everybody's different. You got to pay close attention to what the needs are. And like Tiff said, create that environment.
And back to the comment on the opposite side when it comes to women expressing that they want clear communication. And I am guilty of this too, okay? As a woman, you need to look inside and make sure you have clear communication. Like, you understand what you're saying. We got emotions, we got our periods, we're up and down. And I always say this, one of my most recent clear communications is the morning me is not the night me. Like, the morning me might want to do something. Oh, I want tacos and whiskey. The guy plans a date for tacos and whiskey. It's nighttime. I don't want tacos and whiskey. I don't know what she was talking about, but I want pasta and wine. Like, but if you tell somebody that, it'll be that open, clear door. Because if you are misleading this man with miscommunication, you can't be like, oh, I told you the wrong information, I'm being crazy, but then you're not giving me clear communication and I'm having a hard time. You can't be that person and looking for somebody. Be open, be honest, tell me you got a husband.
Well, clear communication, I just started having clear communication with my body.
Okay.
Understanding, like, okay, wait, I'm following the flow chart. I don't know if you ladies know anything about the flow chart, but where you're able to track your period, knowing the luteal phase, knowing the 4 phases, right? So I'm like, okay, I realized around 7 to 10 days before my period, I'm like irritated, easily irritated. And then during the period, I'm really like sensitive. I'm crying about a lot. I feel depressed. My life is over. I'm at this age. This ain't happening. How come this didn't happen? And then immediately after,
self-critical.
Because I'm not in the gym as much. Like, I just don't have the energy and no motivation. And then I'm thinking, oh, I'm depressed. No, I'm just a woman, like, going through changes monthly, because it's a monthly thing. And I'm like, I'm always depressed. No, queen, your period is coming. Or you know what I mean? So then after, out of nowhere, I have all this energy. I'm fixing up my hair. I'm putting on that outfit and I'm looking good in the outfit because I'm not bloated and all of that. But once I was able to understand my body and how I respond to things, I'll give him a heads up like, hey, just so you know, my period coming up. So if I be all questioning things.
What are you doing to your body? What are you doing with these 4 phases in the app? What are you doing to your body?
I'm communicating. I'm listening. I'm listening.
To your body.
Yeah, I'm listening to my body.
I made it so intentional to write notes. I'm in my calendar now.
Yeah.
See, I'm very frugal, so I have a free app. Mine is called Tracker.
Well, no, Flow is free.
Oh,
it's
I
free.
know it's free. Also,
Okay.
That's right. Every time they say get the monthly thing, swipe it.
Swipe it. Yeah.
Okay, it offers you upgrades, but you don't have to.
Yes.
So I'll go into my calendar. I will write down how I was feeling on that day.
Right.
If something is late or if my chest was tender, like how I was feeling emotionally. Like now I'm so in tune with monitoring how I feel, and it's so important. And if we did that with our partner, I think life could be a lot.
Yeah, I think every woman should. Like, I don't care what age. If you start your cycle, and that moment you need to track your behavior, because you'll realize, like, why is it that I'm a good friend the first week of the month, but by the end, I'm like, get away from me. Like, why is it that I'm in isolation and don't want to really go out?
Why am I crying again?
Right, but when you start to track, you realize, wait, I'm not crazy. My body is going through changes, and I just have to adjust. And maybe it's the foods that I'm eating. Yeah. When I don't have coffee, I'm just like, because I always thought that was like, oh, please, that's not a thing. But no, like, when I started drinking.
It's a thing.
Yeah, I started drinking coffee. I drank coffee before I came here because I was like, if I don't drink coffee, I already know I'm calling Reg like, I can't make it.
It might be addiction.
It could be. I don't know.
Coffee too, but I feel like when I got older, I experienced now, when I'm on my period, when I drink coffee, I have like the worst immediate excruciating cramps. I'm like, dang, like I need to be
You're
warm
sensitive to
and I need
caffeine.
energy. And now it's like, no, I can't have hot coffee. So I'll do iced coffee. It's a little bit better. But with the period track or the monthly aside, I do feel like every woman still listen to your body and give yourself that grace, even if you're not on your period. I used to always blame my period, like, oh, if I'm not on my period, I don't have the right to be emotional. Like, I don't, like, what's wrong with me? No, like, you can be sad, you can be tired, you can be mentally drained. That's a thing.
Right.
I did not know. Like, mental energy can show up as like physical battery drainage. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't do anything today. And then, Peace was like, well, you thought about this, you problem solved that, you planned this out, you called that place, you did this, and you were doing a lot of brain work. It's okay for you to be tired. So outside of any point in time, you're just a woman, okay? You're just a plant. You need sun and water.
Same thing with men. You're just a man. If we as human beings tracked everything and then communicated with our partners, and like you said, listening to our partners, I think we would have a better stronger unions, right? And everything that we see on social media, we wouldn't compare so much to, because if I see you on your good day and you're loving on your man, I don't see y'all on y'all bad days when you are going through whatever you're going through in your life and y'all at odds with each other, right? So we're doing less of comparing and less of distractions, and we focus on ourselves. Like, what do I need to work on?
Social media, definitely.
Oh my God. And then I dated a guy that I didn't even know. The month that he would close off on me was the month his father passed away. And I didn't I didn't connect the two dots, because sometimes it's nothing about your body.
Right.
It could be your nervous system, right? So, I mean, understanding when you really spend time with your partner and understand, like, wait, it's not about me. I hear people say it all the time. It's us against the problem.
Right.
Then it's more like, okay, babe, let's sit down and have a conversation, because you are Mr. Peace, all right? So help me figure this out, because I don't want to not have sex with you. I don't want to be frustrated with you, but it's something that's happening and I can't really explain it, but just be patient with me. I'm going to go in the other room, because this is how I deal with my issues. It doesn't mean I want to be away from you. I just need a moment to myself, as opposed to just getting up and leaving you sitting there wondering, like,
What's going on?
Is she on the phone with somebody else? Is she?
Communication is 80% body language.
Right.
Right? You know, and then speaking of comparison to social media, Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's going to be a lot of that.
right, a lot. Okay, please keep this in mind. That's not your house, not your man, not your business. Okay, sometimes it's a return on those big old bouquet of flowers. It might be a return. He probably knocked that lady head in the washer and dryer and had to get her flowers and chocolate in the bed. So please calm down. But how do you guys, if you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, how do you celebrate it, and how does it make you feel?
I personally, I feel like when I was younger, I made more of a big deal about Valentine's Day. I'm not going to say it's just another holiday. I think that's an excuse. I think that it's a good time to be intentional about spending time. Maybe y'all work a lot. Maybe y'all got the kids and everything. Like, okay, let's take this one day and let's go have lunch. Let's take this one day and let's go to get a massage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a day to set aside time. That's like saying Christmas is any day is Christmas. Oh, no. We're gonna put this tree up, ain't we? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a little Christmas dinner. It's you carving out, these days are set aside for you to spend time with who you love. It could be your children, it could be your parent, it could be your spouse. But I don't think it's nothing. Right. Now, would I be sad if somebody didn't get me nothing at all? I don't know, maybe a little bit. But I wouldn't make a big deal out about it. Right. I'm not posting anything on social media at all. Everybody knows that. Because my life's a secret. I'm a ninja.
I'll share what I want.
Sharing anything at all on social media about Valentine's Day. But I'm a girl still. I still like flowers. I still like chocolate. I still like to feel special. I'm never going to get on here and be like, I don't want any of that stuff. That would be a lie. So yes, send me money.
It's a sound on social media with a girl saying, girls don't want flowers for Valentine's Day. I want to just clip that so bad and be like, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We want flowers, okay? What do you do about that?
Valentine's Day has always been a cutesy thing, especially when it comes to kids. So when I was younger, I enjoyed getting little Valentines. Now that I'm, older, I'll do, stuff for my family, exchange a few little gifts here and there. But I feel like it is about being thoughtful and just sharing, a day to express your love. Right. I'm not too angst on it. I'm not going to say it's my favorite because I haven't had grandiose experiences. But I guess the best experiences I've had was for my family and my child, and sharing those moments.
Yes, and
but
share with them.
Yeah, but if it were to be with someone special, it would be nice, to have a dinner, flowers. Flowers are always a great thing.
They are.
And just because flowers. I think Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day is every day because you have to show love. Period. I used to feel like Valentine's Day was an excuse for those who F up and those who are like, oh, I missed this or I messed up for most of this time. Let me make up for it. Let me get you some flowers and some chocolate. So that's how I felt. So it's like a half and half type of thing. But I think it's what you make of it. But ideally, a little dinner, something cute. Doesn't have to be something crazy, but just something thoughtful.
Do you love bug?
I sabotage every Valentine's. I'm that girl.
We gotta talk about that too. That's a thing.
I'm that girl.
What do you do?
The day before we breaking up.
Why?
Like last year, that's what I did.
She wants to be in control of her disappointment.
Yeah.
Be in control of her disappointment. A lot of people do that. It could happen with jobs, opportunities, money, goals. you sabotage yourself so that you're comfortable with the failure.
So you want a man to decorate a room for you. You want a man to buy you flowers. You're expecting something.
No,
It's
okay.
like before you like anything of the positive spectrum of expecting. You're expecting to get a role, and then you're like, but just in case it doesn't happen, I don't want it to happen this way.
No, I'm not even thinking like, so I don't know. It's weird.
All right.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about the person I'm with, and I'm just like,
why?
I don't know. I have no control over it. So it's like everyone's preparing for the day, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm not really right away turned off, really not interested. And then I'm like, okay, should I get him something? I always buy something, so I'm always doing something. But then I just pay attention to a lot of things leading up to the day, and it's always like either the day before or definitely the week of, where I'm just like, I just need a moment, and then it's like over.
Wait, the other person is asking for this moment?
No, I need a moment because I don't know. I just start
in your head about stuff?
You gotta.
I know, so it has a lot to do with the marriage falling apart. I was with somebody for 12 years, and that was our thing. So I think every holiday is that way. To be honest, I used to be the girl that decorate the house for Christmas, Thanksgiving. It doesn't matter. Valentine's Day now, like what you were saying, it's about the kids now. Like I'm calling my mom, sending my mom stuff. I'll do something for the children, but for me, it's just like if I'm in a relationship, I'm like, how do I get out of this?
Does a part of you ever? Because I feel like I'm experiencing this. Does a part of you ever approach any holiday or moment that you probably shared with the previous marriage or in the previous marriage? And it's like, a part of you is like, dang, like,
That was my. When you're in a relationship for 12 years and you had 12 years of doing everything with that person, it's kind of like when you break up with somebody that you were probably with for a year and you're like, oh my God, like this is the restaurant we always went to, or this is, so it's like when I think of a holiday, I'm like, I shared it with them. So it just always takes me, and it's been 6 years, right? 6 years? Yeah, 6 years. That I'm just like, I don't care for holidays. So it's not for religious reasons. It's not from anything other than he kind of snatched that away with the relationship. So everything went with him because we were big on holidays. We were big on expressing our love. We were big on the kids because the kids were small, right? So like, we're going to get everything together and make it for them. We did that together. So when we're not together anymore, it's just like that first year I was like, I'm not celebrating nothing. So I just made it a habit. And it's not a trigger anymore, but it's more so like, you know what I mean? So I'll sit there and be like, how do I get out of this relationship? Because I don't want to, it feels fake. Honestly, it feels like, no, I'm serious. It's kind of like what I look like celebrating something that belonged to someone else. Like I kind of gave that to him because in my mind it's till death do us part. So I don't know if a lot of women who's been divorced, if they experience that, and if so, like how long it took for you to kind of shake that off. But I think when women are in a relationship at a very young age and you get married and you have a family and you're programmed to believe this is it. There's no backup plan. You're like all the way in. When it's taken away from you, you're constantly building yourself back up, and that's holidays and all. So even my birthday, I'm just like,
but you know what? I feel like when it comes to that, you have to really give yourself the grace, as you said that beautiful word, grace for yourself. But also, I think you can't self-sabotage something that's new. Meaning, you're in this new relationship, and you can't still give those holidays and those moments to that person that you were with because it's a new version of yourself, a new timing of yourself. So I feel like it's gonna take some time, but I feel like when you are realizing and doing a new equation, this is someone else, there's a new experience they wanna give me. So I have to be open to wanting to build that atmosphere and that tonality for what I deserve. You deserve a nice Valentine's Day. You would deserve different holidays. You deserve a great birthday. So I feel like you need to give yourself.
Don't do that.
I mean, because I kind of feel like, okay. No, but it's like being, okay, so how do you speak to, it's just, I want to compare the divorce individual, because it could happen with a male too. Divorced individual with someone that may have lost their loved one traumatically, like gun violence or death or whatever. It's hard for them to move on. Even if they move on, it's hard for them to kind of celebrate anything because it's like, even marriage is like, I kind of only want to give my heart to that person, although they would want me to move on. Right? So it's the same thing. Like, I want to give my heart to someone else, but it's kind of like a lot of men say this too, like, I'll never get married again because they did it once and that was enough. So for me, it's like, I don't ever want to have those same experiences again because I did it once and that's kind of enough. And I'm not miserable or sad on any of these holidays. And I'm not thinking I deserve or don't deserve. It's more so like what you said earlier, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'm not missing out on nothing. So that's my energy. Like, cause I'm celebrating or celebrated often. So it's not like it's just another day. Maybe I might as well be Muslim or something, because like, it would be so easy for me. Like, I wouldn't care. I don't know. That's on you, girl. Switch the topic before I be over here like, and the other day, can I get some tissue? The other day.
You better be celebrating Valentine's Day anyway.
How do I celebrate? I like Valentine's Day. I've always liked it. I always felt like it was a symbolism of love, and I just love love. And that can be like spread anywhere. I remember one time I was in Family Dollar and I was like in the card section, and this guy asked me, he's like, you have a nice smile. I was like, thank you. And he said, I'm getting this card for, somebody I'm really attracted to. I think they're really pretty. What should I say? I'm in this whole thing, like, trying to tell him what to say, and like ask her, what's her favorite color, flowers. And I said, well, just say something from the heart. So I get to the register. And I'm about to check out, and he taps you on the shoulder and hands you the card.
Oh, that's cute.
And like, the guy walked away to ask for my number, to ask her for anything. So I want you to have like a really good day. Wow. So like, that is what I try to carry with everything on Valentine's. It's not just me and my partner, me and my mom, my kids. It's just like spreading love to everybody. Like, I do that with my social media content, like motivation, feel good, laughter. Everything like feels good. So.
But do you think you got picked that up from your mom? Because we talk about environments. Your mom seems to be the one create those type of environments where it's like, we gonna be about love, we gonna be about family. So those type of holidays you could look forward to because of the environment you're in.
She is very family oriented. She don't celebrate nothing today, and I'm like the combative person, because I'm like, hold on, we did when I was younger and now you don't want to. So I'm like, you still have a child who celebrated holidays and Christmas, and not necessarily for the religion, like the buying stuff and the overspending, but for what, like you said, symbolize. They symbolize togetherness. They symbolize, we are working, if not if I forget, but if I'm just not having a good day one day, if I just forget to make you feel like I love you, or like pay more attention, or compliment you, or buy you something, it's a feeling of, I do love you. I'm here for you. I listen to you. We're a family. We do this. Memories. It's priceless. So, yeah, that's what Valentine's Day represents to me. And then with a man,
Mr. Peace,
a man. Very simple. Very simple. And again, it's not always what everybody else is doing, and then I feel like people take away from Valentine's Day and love, like, oh my God, well, baby, look, she's getting this, I want this, I want that. You're not even giving that genuine connection. Like, what if your man wants to take you to a spa and have like a jump out of a hot air balloon, or like go eat sushi?
Well, earlier you said women don't like flowers. I'll be honest, if I were to celebrate Valentine's Day and I know that's all he can do is flowers, then I'm like, oh, babe, thanks, right? But when I know every year I'm going to get flowers and a card every freaking year. It's going to be the same 12 dozen roses, and it's going to be the same Hallmark card that just says love, babe. Nothing from the heart written on the other side. It's just love, babe. I feel like it's routine.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, it's routine. And then I'm looking like, all right, I know he just got his mother a nice necklace and he did this for his sister, but I just got roses and a card. I'm not comparing, but I'm also looking at effort. Because a guy could just wake up and make breakfast from what's in the refrigerator. He didn't buy anything, right? But I woke up to breakfast, a kiss on the cheek, and he went off to work. I'm like, my babe made breakfast. And I'm posting it too. Like, my little eggs, and it's a little cheesy looking, but you take pride in that.
All right. When I tell you, people used to like try to figure out what is the symbolism of, you get flowers and cards, and you get flowers and cards, and you get breads and chocolate all on the same day. I'm saying it's not always like, oh, you're getting me everything or everybody else. It's like you going to the store, you standing in the line, you picking out a card, you reading all the cards, you're spending all the time, you go to buy the flowers, you bring it back to me, you make a reservation. It's the present and the results, but it's also the effort and the time invested in everything you're doing with, her on your brain. So when it comes to Valentine's Day, just keep that part in mind too. Like, she always gets flowers and teddy bears. She don't want no there going, because some men are very hard on themselves who do things for women,
Yeah.
But they probably keep doing the same thing because they're simple. To them,
Right.
I did it. I did something. Also, stop waiting to get cards to the same day and ain't nothing in there but the ugly cards. That's for the abuela, and then you buy it. And I gotta read it in Spanish. I don't even speak Spanish. Did y'all see the video of that girl? She was looking at the camera. She was like crying. No, she had the camera up like almost as if she was sneak recording herself. But she was crying and talking to her man, and she was like, "Why for the last 10 years you never did nothing for my birthday?" For the last 10 years, he never did nothing for her birthday for 10 years. And then she even was like, Valentine's Day too. And that's what a lot of people were saying in the comments, was like, why you stay for 10 years?
Yeah.
And somebody was like, he will go and do it for another woman, the woman he wants. I don't believe it. Because when you can hear him in the background, he sounded so complacent and saying, I just ain't been able to, man. It's because of the situation, the predicaments we been in. It's no way. I mean, I can't respect you standing in the same predicament for 10 years, knowing a birthday come the same time every year. Bro, you could have got ahead of that 6 months ago. Yeah. You could have put $5 aside. Every time you got $5, you could have put that aside and got the girl a purse from Walmart. Like, it's no way you cannot do the bare minimum.
It's a lot of things. But it also could have been a perspective, too. Gauge it. If you're in a situation, don't settle and live in the situation, the circumstance, and making an excuse. Like you said, save something each month. I don't care if it's $1 gift.
Right.
Give me something each month up to my birthday.
Right.
And then do something spectacular for me, even if it's cooking for me.
But a lot of people don't know any better, and I'm going to say that because I was the one that wasn't affectionate because we didn't do that at home. And I'll never forget, my husband at the time lost it and was like, yo, I walk in and out the house, you don't kiss me hello. It's like, when you drop the kids off, you don't kiss them goodbye. And I'm like, it was crazy because I just heard my girlfriend saying, hold on, queen. And then she kissed her son and was like, have a great day at school. And I'm like, I don't do any of that. And I was younger, I was like in my 20s. So it was like some things people don't know
That part.
because they haven't learned it at home. And the love,
The environment was never created.
but the type of environment that I was in, it wasn't a toxic one. My mom has such a big heart, but my mom worked a lot, right? And my mom, her parents weren't affectionate. They had 12 children, so it wasn't enough to go around. Love was food on the table. Love was clothes on your back. Love was, I'm not putting my hands on you. Love was, we go to church every Sunday and afterwards we're gonna go out to this buffet and eat. That was love. Love wasn't, come here, baby, you so beautiful. Give me a kiss. Oh, this is my baby. I love my baby. It wasn't that. We said, I love you on New Year's.
And that goes further than we realize. I think now we're in the generation of realizing what really matters. Those last words you said, I'm sure meant, I mean, everybody got to eat, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are equally, if not more important than what we can provide, or the fact that such and such was out busting their ass at the job. Like telling your kids, I love you, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you're valuable. It's so important. I didn't grow up with that.
I don't think any of us did.
But yeah, exactly. We come from these different generations. Yeah, that's amazing.
You had both your parents?
I had both my parents. I mean,
I didn't have them.
Even with one, I think it's still important.
Yeah, but it's like love is an expression in different ways and different levels, like you said. But I feel like you do yourself an injustice when it comes to a relationship, and even the example of what you said of the person being together for 10 years and her man never did anything. It goes both ways because it pertains to communication.
Hello?
In instances of those who I have dated, or in those who are in a better level of dating and courting, I've had a circumstance where I have not fully communicated properly either. There's circumstances where I feel like I can do things on my own. Like if I'm really being a brat about certain things, I'm a little bratty sometimes. I like to deal with whatever I'm going through by myself. I don't want to know, even my son knows, he's like, Ma, I don't want to talk about it. Because I don't feel like I need to be able to put that on him or put that on anybody else. It's not your responsibility, it's my feelings. But in the end, in communicating with someone else who's trying to get to know you, that's the part that they want to know too. Because they want to be able to fix it and be able to say, okay, well, at least let me know how to cater to it so that I'm aware of what's occurring. So I feel like it's an injustice to either party, no matter how you were raised, no matter what was presented to you or not. There's still a form of love that's going to come to you that was the opposite that's going to come into your life. You have to know how to uphold it and communicate.
Well, don't wait 10 years to communicate it, because my thing is, I'm going to love you. I'm just going to love you as best as I know how not as much as I can. It's sometimes it's what I know. And what I know is my mom and dad, let's say they were together, and all I saw was they worked together and they made sure they came home at a certain time and they slept in the bed together. That's all I saw. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you go to work, I go to work, we come home, we're with the family, we go to bed, and that's it.
I don't think either party can be faulted for that. Again, that part is true. Like, you're expecting something from somebody who didn't experience that and don't specifically.
And you got to communicate what you want.
And then two, I just feel like the 10-year is a stretch. Like, at no point in the 10-year did you communicate to this man you like stuff on these holidays. So don't pull out the camera. Now, devil advocate or not, don't pull out the camera and try to make him seem like he don't do nothing. You were okay with him doing nothing for so long. And then, so everybody watching, and you beautiful ladies on this couch, if you are in something you don't want to be in, baby, change the narrative. Change all the characters. Change the setting. Change the place. Don't sit there for that long, because now it's 10 years later and those years are gone. You could have been having 8 years of celebrations and Valentines and Christmas and whatever and birthdays with the person who deserves you.
Well, not so much deserve, because we don't even say that person doesn't deserve her. It's some relationships, it's so crazy. I was talking about it this morning on the way here. I'm dating a Muslim guy, and he said, listen, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, I don't celebrate it, but it's important to have this conversation with you, being that you're a Christian woman. How do you expect this weekend to go? I said, oh, well, it's Valentine's Day. I said, I'm going to just be hanging out with my girlfriends. You don't have to do nothing special for me. I'm hanging out. He's like, oh, okay, great. He was like, but could we talk about holidays? Because what does it look like for you? What do you expect of me? Because I really don't. And I said, well, what makes you comfortable? Let there be a compromise. He said, like, if it's your birthday, I would rather do something the week of your birthday and not your actual birthday. And can we not call it your birthday? Like, I just want to do something special for you. He said, but I want to just do special things for you, just period. So you know, like, I care and I'm not trying to find a way out. He just said, he said, even Ramadan is coming up. And he said, Valentine's Day is like days before Ramadan. He said, it's just all the way wrong, but I don't want to lose you because I understand the modern day woman and you're a Christian woman. So I was like, listen, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. It's okay, right? I could respect that communication early on. But at the same time, like I said, we're all coming from the environments that were created for us, that was healthy for us and what we know. If he never said that to me, I definitely, Muslim and all, understanding the religion, I would still wonder, like, why ain't give me nothing? Because I know a lot of Muslim men that still celebrate their birthdays. And
I was about to say that. I guess it's selective or levels to it.
They say a true Muslim, there are a lot of things that they should not do. I mean, they're even walking in the bathroom. I think they walk in the bathroom with their right foot first, and they do a lot of things a certain way. They shouldn't, but a lot of Muslim men in America, from what I'm understanding, because there's temptation everywhere, it's kind of hard to follow every rule, every doctrine, every...
You said because there's temptation everywhere?
Because, it's kind of hard for a Muslim man.
Muslim, any religion for that matter, absolutely. So he was just explaining, giving me insight, and then like Ramadan, he was like, we probably can't spend that much time together. Don't think I'm with another woman. You're not supposed to be...
Right, exactly. So, or even putting himself in an environment of being tempted. I'm like, I could appreciate that, because I would think like, did he lose interest?
No, that's good.
Right.
It's good that you're ready to respect whatever he has to do.
Absolutely.
You guys ever had a Valentine's Day that stood out as super negative or super positive?
Jesus.
Go ahead, Cori. Got the head scratched, the head flipped.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this one. So it's actually 2 in 1. So my first boyfriend that I had, I broke up with him on Valentine's Day. I might have mentioned this a long time ago in one of the episodes or what have you. But I was young. I was, 18? Yeah, about 17, 18 years old. So he was a little older than me. So I was 18. He was like 2 years older than me. Long story short, if he's watching, what's up? Anyway.
Girl, don't say they gonna be in your DMs.
No, he ain't. It's by request, and I can read it or not and block. Anywho, what else? So he was being indifferent. He was very insecure in a lot of ways. And I had another Valentine. So purposely, I was playing devil advocate. And purposefully, the person that was my dance partner at the time, he had given me some gifts. He had given me jewelry and some clothes. So I purposely had that present So my boyfriend at the time was coming over, and he said, I'm going to bring you some stuff. So he came over, and he was like, what is all this? What is this jewelry? And what is this? Oh, my dance partner who you met, he gave me da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I wanted to give you these flowers, and I wanted to give you this card, and I also want to apologize for how I've been acting, da-da-da. So I listened to him, and then I broke up with him. And he was crying. My uncles were there. My dad was there. He was, all right, Mr. Barnes, good night. So my uncles came into the kitchen and was like, what did you do? I said, I broke up with him. On Valentine's Day? Oh, my God. So, but the thing was, I was teaching him a lesson. He was not being very sweet to me. He was talking to me indifferently, and it was slightly close to being a semi-abusive relationship. He wasn't putting his hands on me, but it was the way that he was speaking to me and the way he was treating me, and I noticed it at that young age, and I was like, yeah, good. I'm good on that. Yeah. So I let that go. Flowers were nice. They didn't last that long after a while. But anyway, second story. So it was this guy. He was nice, but he was doing a little too much. My son knows this story, and he laughs about all the time. But if I say his name 3 times, then, he might show up. He might pop up. Oh. Anyway, I don't know what I was thinking about, though. He had bigger hips than me.
Oh, no. What? No way. So I hope this story ain't going where I think it is.
Funny. So we dated here and there, but I was still like being observant of him. He wound up being a little too stalkerish.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion. And so he came to the house one day, and I wasn't feeling good. So this was like Valentine's. So he was like, well, do you need anything? I said, I'm okay, Well, I'm near. I said, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. I get to the door. My son was there, and I don't ever have anybody evade or even talk to see my son unless it's something serious.
Right.
So come to the door, open it. He's right there with the suit. Decides to come on into my house with the suit. Put it on the counter. Open it up. Go in my drawer. Get a spoon. My son is sitting there with his little self. He was about 6, 7 years old. He was like, what the heck is going on here? So I want you to be okay. He was like calling me babe and all this other stuff. We're not at that level at all. He brings me flowers, all this stuff. I just want to make sure you're good. You're going to taste the soup? I was like, yeah, when you leave.
I'm not tasting that. I wouldn't touch that soup.
So wait, so he leaves. He was like, I just want to make sure you're good. I said, okay, cool. Bye. So close, lock his door. My son comes to me. He says, Ma, I know you're not going to eat that soup. I said, no, I poured it out. He was like, Ma, that was weird. And for my son to see that and say that, I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's time to move.
And then he was trying to get me to come out later on to go to dinner, and I didn't want to do that.
He knew you were so good?
Right. So the worst part was that evening, my girlfriends wanted to go out. Now, I was feeling a little bit better with my girlfriends. Like, you want to go out? I was like, no, I'll be okay. So I look outside of my window and I see this car sitting there.
No, you don't.
It was him, and he was calling me. So I stopped answering. I turned all the lights out, and I was just like, what is going on? So he let me know a few days later. He was like, I just really wanted to check up on you and see if you were okay. But, I realized that you were home. You said you were going to go out. I said, yeah. So how did you realize that? So later on, I just stopped talking to him. And after that, I had to, break things down to him. But yeah,
I had a stalkerish moment, but I thought he was a stalker. My dumb butt just didn't take him off the Uber location. Right. I'm like, how you know where I'm at? How you know where I'm at? And I'm like, oh, my location's still on. Gotta be careful with these men, girl.
You have a super good or bad Valentine's Day that you remember? Oh, mine was just a silly one. I was talking to this guy, and I don't know how we got on the topic of Louis Vuitton bags. And maybe I had one already, and I said I wanted another one. And I think I even sent him the kinds that I like, not expecting him to try to go out and get it, because we weren't deep in. We weren't long term, and obviously these bags are expensive. Yeah. So Valentine's Day comes, and I go to his mom's house, because he was staying there. Again, we're a little bit younger, please, don't judge me. Went there, and he makes me a nice meal. The meal was good, and then he presents me with a bag. A Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh,
that's good.
Yes.
It was fake.
Oh.
And I had to pretend and go through the motions as if I was excited to receive.
You knew from the rip it was fake? It was that bad?
Well, if you've bought a designer bag, you know what that's like. You know how they come. It's in a dust bag and that's it. Or maybe box, dust bag, whatever. I could tell by way it was wrapped in plastic. You just had the signs. Not that I'm judging, because at this age now, if the knockoff is knocking, if the replica is repping, I will wear it.
Right.
I'm a big girl now. Right. But at that age, if I was wanting to wear a bag, I wanted the bag to be real.
Right.
And the fact that you bought it to me and presented it to me as if it was real, I felt like you was playing on my top of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had, oh my God. And it was big, right?
You had the fake
knows the bigger the bag, the more it costs.
Maybe he didn't know.
No.
Maybe. If y'all was both young.
Honey.
He would know when he swiped that card.
The price
$25.99.
$2,000.
Should have
It's
known.
too significant of a difference. You can go to Canal Street, probably get a knockoff for maybe $100.
Right.
$200 if it's a good knockoff.
Right.
A big Louis bag. I'm talking about over $1,000.
Come on now,
You
bro.
know the difference.
He got it off eBay.
You know you didn't go to
Back then, you know how it was.
Chinese
You know
store.
you did not go into the store to purchase this for me. So I had to jump up and down. And I still would have dealt with him. But I just knew that I had to be fake in that moment and be like so grateful for something that I knew was fake.
And every
It's
time you had to pull
somebody
that
gives you a
bag out.
card with $100 bill in it, and you know this bill is counterfeit, but you like, damn, they trying to make me feel good.
no.
Damn, a
Wow.
counterfeit
No, you know it's a counterfeit bill.
$100? Right.
And it got the Chinese letters on it.
For motion production.
Oh,
I don't know.
That is crazy.
Oh, okay, go ahead, babes. What's yours?
I don't got one. Well, okay, so what we talking about? Dang!
Girl, yes you do.
Very for so
It's
long.
coming up.
had
It's
one.
coming up. It's coming
I
up.
got
I had a
proposed
good
to on
one.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But it wasn't like, I felt like.
How big was the ring? Was it nice? Was it something to jump up and down
It
about?
wasn't fake.
Oh, gosh, what's up with this fake
Lord.
stuff?
It wasn't fake.
No?
No. But it's again, everything is effort to me.
Okay.
And
It was, you couldn't
the
see
effort
it?
wasn't there. The effort wasn't
The
there.
diamond wasn't there?
The effort wasn't there.
So you told him no.
No, I said yeah.
Okay.
Because I settle. I am
She said,
a settler. I am a settler and I am a people pleaser. And I did stand on, you got to put a ring on my finger. I did say that.
Okay.
But the thing was, he had left the ring at home. So I didn't get the proposal until we got back home after a beautiful Valentine's Day.
Hello?
And then it wasn't first name, middle name, last name. Will you be my? It was like, you ready to be my wife? Type. When you blinded, you don't see the flags. You just like, yeah, I'm ready. Then after I realized it,
Did he kneel down?
no.
Well, okay, I can talk about the Valentine's Day, but so my proposal was a little similar. Like, I remember we was going down. It was a late night. We were leaving Hat City in Orange. It was called Hat City at the time. I don't know what it's called.
it's still called
It's still Hat City.
Uh-huh.
It was Hat City at the time. We were driving to Orange to get some McDonald's, and we came back, and he was drunk. And we turned down a block, and it was blocked off. We learned later that someone was murdered on that street. But during that time, I was like, something ain't right. I'm from where I'm from, so I know what activity looked like. I'm like, we got to get up out of here. And I'm cursing him out, blacking out or whatever. And we got home, and I think he was so drunk because he was nervous. That was the night he wanted to propose. But I'm cursing him out.
Yeah.
On the way home, it messed up the proposal. So I'm asleep. I remember him waking me up, and he was like, I got something for you. He was like, put your hand on my chest. And I put my hand on the chest, and I was like, what's this? And it was the ring. That's how I got proposed to. So it wasn't, will you marry me?
Yeah.
It wasn't none of that. But I was like, making excuses like, oh, well, I kind of cursed him out and da-da-da-da-da. But that's how I ended up with the ring. I mean, but it lasted 12 years.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about the proposal or the ring. It's not about the proposal or the ring. It's about the bond. But a little effort on a proposal goes a long way. It don't have to be.
Was he a shy guy though? Was he a shy guy?
I mean, I'm not
And like an introvert
shy.
or somebody that doesn't like
I'm not-
attention?
Yeah, probably not that. But again, that does not mean that you still can't do it the right way, even if it's at home. Even if it's in the apartment.
Yeah,
even if it's in the
to this day, I
bedroom.
wish he had
a little bit
said,
more
will you
grace
marry
to
me?
it.
Yeah.
You know,
it was dark too. I had to
yeah.
turn the light on to see it. I couldn't.
But that's why also I probably shouldn't have put that pressure on, like, you got this amount of time. But okay, let me tell y'all this too. We had such an amazing day. I had bought him some diamond earrings. Okay, how you treat your man, I had bought him some diamond earrings. And just said like a real sincere thank you for being there for me in times where I needed somebody to be there for me, right? Thank you so much. He went to the bathroom and he left his phone on the table. I went through the phone. So I knew the proposal was coming because he said it to his voice. He was like, tonight's the night. I think I'm gonna propose tonight. So I knew it was coming. We done went out, we done went to the movies, we done went here, we done went there. And I'm like, damn, we done in the car going home. Where the fuck is the proposal at?
Right.
That's why he didn't have the ring, because I guess he wasn't initially planning to do it, but still. It just
So I knew about mine too. So when I'm gonna tell you, when I first met him, like 4 months later, I was pregnant with a child.
Oh, okay.
He was already telling me I was going to have his baby, so I was just like, oh my God. Like I was just like so upset that even I allowed it to happen
that way.
He bought a ring 6 months after and then left it in a vault. He got so drunk, he showed me a picture of it.
Oh.
But he kept the ring for 7 years. I didn't get proposed to. Girl, I didn't get proposed to for 7 years. And it was because he and I, well, it was his daughter and I that had some type of friction. So he wanted to make sure everything was where it was supposed to be before he proposed to me. And then by then, he also was threatened because I already made statements that I was gonna leave. So I felt like that ring was to just secure the relationship, only for the relationship to fail 3 years later. It just took 2 years for us to really say, this is it. So, I don't know.
But really quickly, right, because I have short-term memory loss, I probably really had a good Valentine's Day from a significant other being with somebody for like 10 years. I know I did. But what I can remember is one Valentine's Day, my daughter's father came and took our daughter out to dinner. He got her hair brushed up in a ponytail by like a hair salon. She had like this really, Cinco de Mayo dress she wanted. Let her put the Cinco de Mayo dress on. Took her to the taco place where they bring out the food. We went there one time. They had the mascots and stuff. She wanted to go there. Took her there. La Fortaleza. Bought her flowers, bought her chocolate. And my daughter did not know it was Valentine's Day. I think that was the best part for me because he didn't present it like, oh, it's this day, I have to do this. It was like, you're gonna go on a date with daddy. And but me and him knew it was Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh. Me and him knew it was Valentine's Day, and I just thought that was so beautiful because, sugar, I never experienced that. And to be a mom, it's like you want your kids to have everything that you never had. So to give her a father like that, that honestly has to be the best, thank you, Valentine's Day for me and for her.
And that mirrors what she already does. I think I saw you did the same thing for her birthday this year. You surprised her. She didn't know where she was going. So it kind of mirrors who you already are as a parent. So you chose a great father. Congrats to that, because a lot of women can't say that.
Fathers,
and
you are so important.
yes,
You are so important.
So important, so needed.
Says,
right.
I don't care. I only have my daddy. I'm fine. It still hurts when you're not present. So always be there for your children. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Milfshake. Please drop us a comment, a like, comment your Valentine's Day stories or questions, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Bye, daddies.
Oh, that was beautiful.